All right, so just did the video with the weights, sort of geared specifically towards running. Wanted to give you a couple more videos, stuff you can do without weights that are awesome for running, specifically targeting the muscles that we talked about in the last one. You noticed that I got my shoes on, forgot to mention in the last video. I try to do a lot of those exercises barefoot. Not only strengthens your foot, but it's also going to strengthen, your ankle, your calves, because you're gripping with your foot, but it makes it more challenging from a stability standpoint. When you're barefoot, you have to balance more and stabilize yourself more. So, but I got my shoes on for this video because it's just easy with some of the things. Mini band, these are super cheap. You can get these, order them online. Absolutely awesome, runner's best friend. You can use it for strength exercises, you can use it for warming up. So I'm just gonna take you real quick through what to do with a mini band. You can put them around your ankles, around your feet, around your legs, midway up the calf, around your knees. I prefer to go on the foot. So just midway in your foot, and then you wanna separate your feet until you get tension on the band. The thing with the mini band, the key to the mini band is never let the tension come off it. You'll see people use these and they take these big strides, and they bring their feet close, big strides, and bring their feet close. You're actually, the benefit of these is it gives you constant tension, so you never wanna break that tension. Any movement you do with these is gonna be really, really small. So just a nice easy warm up, get it around my midfoot, make sure it's flat, it will just work better. And then do some squats, just some simple squats. And you wanna think about pulling that band apart and keeping that tension on it. And it really helps to activate your butt and your glutes more. So from there, get into a squat position. Think about driving your butt behind you, and then just take small steps, about 6 inches, maybe not even, maybe 3 inches. And then you go back the other way, keeping constant tension on that band, and you'll feel it immediately there. Same thing, get in the squat position, and there's gonna be a small step. So I think about stepping with this foot, and then my heel is gonna become even with about the front of that foot. Actually even like midfoot to forefoot. So it's just a tiny, tiny step. Stay good and braced in your core in that squat position, and then just walk backwards. Same thing, small steps, small steps. You'll feel it in your glutes. The last one is really challenging. Get down on a single leg, sort of in your half squat position, and then with the foot that's off, pull on that band, and it really creates a lot of instability and forces you to activate the leg that's on the ground to stay stable. Pull, pull, pull. Also with these is great, do glute bridges. So I'm sure you've seen bent knee position, up, you feel this in your hamstrings, especially in your glute. But with the band, it actually adds another challenge to the exercise to get the band up around your knees. And you want to think about keeping constant tension on that band. Don't let it come in, don't let it get the slack pulled out. So keep tension, and then when you go up, add even more tension. So at the top, squeeze your glutes, your knees go out just a little bit more. You want it even more challenging? Do single leg. So think about keeping that tension. This is going to keep you honest. You want that band straight across. Your knees stay in line the whole time. Just single leg, single leg. And this one actually more hamstring than glutes. When you do two, definitely feel the glutes more. When you do single, you'll feel it in your hamstrings. So that's, mini bands are awesome. They're great for stuff like that. You get a stability ball. Absolutely killer. Great for running. So you do a hamstring curl, which is curling with your legs. It's going to activate your hamstrings. So you get up in bridge position. You want to make sure you're good, straight. Keep everything braced and locked. And it's a hamstring curl. And you'll feel it in your hamstrings. Now, specifically for running, I like to do these, but emphasize the eccentric part of the motion. So eccentric is the negative. So when you send it back out, and I'll do these really, really slow. There's been a lot of studies done with athletes that when you do eccentric hamstring work, it's actually the best thing for not only strengthening hamstrings, but preventing hamstring injuries. Because when you run, the running motion, the hamstring actually works to slow your leg down. So you fly out with your step, hamstring eccentrically contracts your leg back, and that's how you start your stride. So, up in the bridge, curl, and then slowly back to the starting position. I try to do between 3 to 5 seconds, that eccentric, negative, or reload position. That's hamstring curls. If you don't have the stability ball, we talked about these. These are the slides. They specifically sell what they call Val slides for exercise. These are just furniture discs. I think they cost about $5 a Val slide. I think they charge you like 50 for the two things. It's the same exact thing. So, just that same motion. And if you have a rug, it obviously slides really well on the rug. Just a hamstring. If you don't have the Val slides, you want to get really creative, you can take a magazine, like a manila folder or whatever, and on a rug, so especially if you're away, you guys are traveling in a hotel room, grab a magazine, there's always one in the room, and you can do these exercises right there on the rug. And these are absolutely killer on your hamstrings. So that's just some stuff you can do. You don't need any weights. You can get pretty creative. You can get that mini band, like I said, super cheap. You can get them online. Absolutely awesome for warming up. You know what? I'll show you one more exercise. This is great too for running. So, clamshells. You just lie in this position on the side here, your legs stacked. Think about keeping your heels together. And just, you'll feel it right there on the side of your glute med, the muscles that are involved in running. You want to add more tension, you can put the band on around your knees. You can do the same thing straight if you put the band around your ankles, and that's going to strengthen all the muscles in your hip and your butt. Those small muscles sometimes you might not hit, but specifically for running, absolutely key. All right, good luck.